Well, hello again. If you don't know by now, my name is Derrik Hubbard, and I am the endorsed local provider for Dave Ramsey. We've been talking about 8 keys that we all need to implement in order to have a solid financial plan, a solid financial planning strategy. And in the last video, what we talked about was really that first foundational key, and that is blueprinting the future financial goals that matter to you. And the blueprinting process includes understanding the what of each goal, the when, the how much, and also the why of every short and long-term financial goal that we want to be able to accomplish. Today we're going to talk about the second key to a solid financial planning strategy. And the second key focuses on where we are today. It's about benchmarking our current financial reality. You know, when you make a journey, in addition to knowing the destination that you want to head to, you've also got to know where you currently are on any map in order to really kind of make sense of and to be able to chart a course from here to there. Well, it's the same way with our finances. We're able to get where we want to be in the future partly by knowing where we are financially speaking today. And that takes place in 2 key areas, 2 key benchmarks. The first benchmark of our current financial reality is what is called our net worth. And our net worth is a pretty simple concept. It's what we own, our assets, minus what we owe, or our liabilities. If you think about the whole concept of net worth, you could think of net worth as an X-ray that reveals the result of every single financial decision that we've ever made in our lifetime. The result of every financial decision is what we own and what we owe. Now, the things that we own, those assets, those things are a part of what you call the financial resources that we're going to be able to work with to accumulate how much is enough for each of our financial goals. Whereas our liabilities, those represent past decisions that we've made to borrow from the future in order to enjoy something today that we either need or want. So, once again, that very first financial benchmark, which is the key to our second key, is our net worth. The second benchmark that we're going to talk about is what's called cash flow, or more specifically, cash flow margin. Cash flow simply is what comes in during the year minus what goes out. And the difference between those two is a concept I called cash flow margin. A lot of people simply use the term savings, the ability to, I should say, the skill to live on less than you make. And it really is the fuel, so to speak, of our financial vehicle. It's the fuel that moves us forward each year. So in this second key of understanding where we are, in order to complete this, in order to have a clear understanding, we've got to know these 2 major financial benchmarks. We've got to know our net worth, what we own and what we owe. And we also need to know clearly our cash flow, the things that come in minus what goes out, and the resulting cash flow margin. Now, net worth, you could think of net worth as really where you are on the map, that point on the map of your current location. Whereas your cash flow margin would be the speed at which you're moving toward those financial destinations that you set in step number 1. So once again, net worth, where we are on the map, cash flow, the speed at which we travel. Now, in our next video tomorrow, what we're going to talk about is the next key. And the next key really is all about bridging the gap between where we are right now, which is what we just talked about today, and where we want to be, or those destinations that we want to be able to travel. If for any reason our current trajectory isn't going to get us there, if there's not enough fuel or we're not close enough to those financial destinations, then ultimately we've got a gap, and we need to be able to bridge that gap. And that's the third key and the fourth key that we'll talk about in our next video. Well, if you've watched this many videos, you know that I don't bite, and that I would love to spend a couple minutes talking with you about how I might be able to help you implement these 8 keys into your unique situation. So if you haven't done so already, you want to make sure to schedule your discovery call. Do it today. Simply click on the green icon below, and I will look forward to seeing you at our next video.